It is getting towards the end of November, which I imagine means a lot of you are very, very interested in being able to write more words. So in the spirit of helping these desperate people win a t-shirt, I'm going to share with you an arbitrary number of tips to help you write more words in less time. More words more quickly? More words quicker? More words more quicker. Tip number 1, don't edit while you write. Stopping to edit while you're writing is obviously going to slow you down. If you're one of those lucky people who can edit what you've just written while simultaneously continuing to write, then good for you. If, however, you're like most normal people, it's important that you leave behind what you've just written and continue to write. This is especially important in first drafts, as these can be particularly in need of editing. It's okay if what you initially write is less than perfect. So turn off your own internal editor while you're trying to write. So go into settings and then scroll down to self-doubt and inner critic settings. Then scroll down to the bottom, you should see edit while I'm writing. Make sure that's turned off. Tip number 2, outline with an asterisk. No, I don't mean use an asterisk to outline. What I mean is that you should be writing from an outline if you're someone who likes to use an outline, and not writing from an outline if you're somebody who doesn't. Depending on what kind of writer you are, you may prefer to make an outline before you actually start writing. Or you may just want to start writing and see where things go. What you choose to do depends on whether you're more of a plotter or a pantser. The insinuation being, of course, that plotters don't wear pants. There's a lot of other terms out there to describe these different styles of writer. Gardeners versus architects, outliners versus discovery writers. Generally, it's not quite that black and white, and you'll likely fall somewhere on the spectrum between these two extremes. You may, for example, like to really figure out your characters before you start writing, but you'll figure out the plot as you go. You may only need to outline the key plot points, or you may want every scene mapped out in enough detail that all you need to do is throw in a few adverbs and filter words to complete your first draft. The point I'm slowly arriving at is you need to figure out what works best for you, as this will likely allow you to write faster. Tip number 3, spend more time writing. This is by far the most obvious point on the list. It generally follows that if you do more of an activity that produces something, then you'll produce more of that thing. More time writing means more words written. Yes, there is a point of diminishing returns here, but this still largely holds true. We all have obligations that keep us from writing as much as we'd probably like to. Job, family, social life. These are the things you must give up if you want to become a successful writer. Or, do the sane thing and just try and squeeze in a little extra writing time. Even just an extra 10 or 20 minutes a few times a week can make a big difference over the long term. Tip number 4, set a word count goal, or more than one goal. Setting a target for how many words you want to write in a given period of time is a good way to stay on track and also get motivated. You could, for example, target writing 50,000 words in the month of November. I don't think anyone's tried that before. In my case, I set both daily and longer term word count goals. It's important that you keep track of how many words you've written as you progress towards your goal. This will tell you if you're on track or if you need to step it up a notch. My recommendation here is that you figure out a goal that is reasonable to achieve, but also pushes you a little bit, or a lot if you want. Give yourself enough slack in your goal that you can miss a few days without messing things up too badly. Because inevitably, there are going to be times where you just aren't going to be able to write. I hope you found these tips useful. If you want to see more content like this, you can check out my other writing advice videos and subscribe to my channel. I post new writing advice videos every Wednesday. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.